Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to Baba for giving me this this platform to share my experiences. And before I begin, I want to bow down humbly to Baba's divine feet, and I ask him to speak through me. So I'm going to share, which most of you probably already know. It's a Maha affirmation that Baba gave us all to repeat, hopefully 10 times a day. And it's very powerful. So if you have forgotten, then this is a great reminder. And if we repeat this 10 times a day, we just witness the change in us, immense change. And the change is an evolution. You know, we go through an evolution process. So the Maha affirmation is, I am God. I am not different from God. I am the eternal, undifferentiated absolute. Grief and anxiety cannot affect me. I'm always content. Fear cannot enter me. I am Satchidanand. I'm pure knowledge, existence, and bliss. I'm omnipotent. I'm all-powerful. There's nothing that is impossible for me. I'm omnipresent. I'm present in each and every cell of the universe. I'm omniscient. I'm all-knowing. There's nothing that is not known to me. I'm Krishna. I'm Christ. I'm Buddha. I'm Sai. I'm Sai. I'm Sai. I am God. I am God. I am God. I add another line to it, which is I am, I am, I am. Sai Ram. So I am going to share my experiences of my journey with Shivji. And that is a direct connection to my connection to Baba. So when I was little, I was very little, and I used to sit in the puja room with my dad and my mom. My father was very, very spiritual. So I would go and quietly sit beside him and learn all the mantras and the chanting. And we did a lot. We had a full, then I asked him one day that who should I pray to? Who will listen to me quickly? So he smilingly, amusing his little girl, he said, speak to Shivji. He's Bholenath and he's very quick. He will respond and you can please him very quickly. So it just stuck to me then. And I was pulled to Shivji from the beginning. So I became just completely immersed in Shiv Bhakti. So, cleaning the puja room, the Shivling and the water, chadhana and saaf karna, all of that became my natural duty. And then time passed. And after I came here and became into Baba's contact, it became even stronger. It was just a confirmation. So once I came to the US, and I started yoga practice. This was much later in life. This was in 2000, the year 2000. And I became a yoga teacher. I started in 2000 and became a yoga teacher in 2003. And I would do a lot of pranayam, which is controlled breathing, so lom, anulom. So I would do that daily with my meditation. And one night I was sleeping and I was woken up by some sound in my ear, right ear. So I woke up and I looked around and I said, what was that sound? Somebody knocking on the door? What is it? And then I lay down again and I went off to sleep. And again, I was woken up and I this time didn't get out of bed. I just listened to that sound, and it was a soft, distant drum that was playing in my inner right ear. And it was so subtle, so deep, that it just pulled me as if it's pulling me back inward. And it was very rhythmic. There was a rhythm to it. So I didn't know what it was, but I knew that the moment I became absorbed in it, there would be something else happening in that moment, a huge expansiveness of consciousness, something that I could not, of course, understand. And then I would drift off to sleep. So this carried on for some time, and I didn't know who to ask, who to speak to. So I spoke to my yoga teacher, and I explained to him, I said, I don't know what's going on in my right ear. So he was stunned. He said, this is Nad Dhwani. It is coming from Shivji's the damru, the drum. So I said, what do you mean it's coming? He says, no, you're blessed. You're getting the sound in your right ear. And that is a sign of union with sound. Anytime I used to get that, I used to feel completely oneness in that moment, wherever I was. And it used to happen only at night when I was laying on my right side and sleeping. So this went on for quite some time. And then it just suddenly stopped. And I tried and I waited and I asked and I wanted, nothing would happen then. So I said, so be it. I mean, I'm not doing it. It's coming from him. He's pulling me towards him, and I cannot call it back. When I was getting my ear sound, I was busy buying a lot of Shivlings. I was very drawn to Shivlings. So I was buying small size, big size, very this big. So I have them in my puja room. And what I would do is the small ones, I put them on this. This is a very low chalky. It's like on a carpet. I would put this, and on top I have one diya, and I would put different statues, and mostly Shivling. So one day I finished my prayers and I finished the arti, and then I was bowing down to Baba all the way down. I went down and I got up and I saw from this chowki, the chowki was slightly higher. From this chowki, I'll show you, this is a tiny crystal Shivling. This Shivling had fallen down onto the carpet. So I said, how did this happen? And I said, what happened? So I said, maybe my sleeve touched the chowki or something. So I bowed to it and I put it back on the chowki. But it still played on my mind. I said, how did it come down? Maybe I touched it, because it's very light. Now I keep my eye every day on the Shivling. I said, if it moves, I'll see it. It doesn't move. A week later, I'm standing in front of Baba's picture, the big one, the full standing one. And I finish my arti and I forget about the Shivling completely, because normally I would keep looking, nothing happens. I forgot completely, as if somebody pulled it out of my head. And then as if Baba said, look down. And I looked down. As I looked down, as I looked down, the Shivling in front of my eyes moves and falls to the carpet. And I just freeze for a moment. I said, I saw it. It actually moved and fell to the carpet. So I look at Baba's picture and I start laughing, because I'm nervous. I'm scared. I don't know. How did this happen? So I said, what am I supposed to do? So I pick it up with respect and I put it back. And I asked Baba, I said, what happened? What are you trying to tell me? I don't understand. No response, no answers, nothing. Now I'm very confused. I call my mom and I tell her, and she also gets worried. She says, "Why did the Shivling come?" I said, "I don't understand at all. Now every time I come to the puja room, my eyes are on that Shivling." A week later, again I forget about it. Like briefly, I forget. And suddenly I look at it, and again it moves and falls on the carpet. Now I'm freaking out. I'm saying, "Who is in here? I know you're here, but why are you doing this to me? I don't understand what you're doing. Please give me some answer. Tell me what is it that you want to tell me?" Nothing. So I go online. And those days we had internet, thank God. And I search. Now, what do I search for? So I'm writing, what is the meaning of Shivling falling from the, jockey to the carpet? And how do I even express it? What do I write? What kind of a question can I say? So nothing comes up. Things like Amarnath comes up and different things come up. Nothing about this. And then 1 week later, again, I have the same experience. 3 times I see the Shivling falling. And now I'm actually concerned because I'm saying this is a message. This is something Baba is telling me. This is something he wants me. Please tell me what you want me to know. Give me the source. Give me whatever. I'm sitting with my computer trying to find the answer. And from nowhere, something pops up on my screen. And it says, how to take care of Mercury Shivling. So I said, what, Mercury Shivling? I said, I have a few Mercury Shivlings. So I look it up and it says, you must not put a Mercury Shivling on any metal. Put it on a red cloth or something red. So I had couple of Mercury Shivlings right here, you see, on that metal. And for whatever reason, it was, Baba was trying to tell me, don't leave it on the metal because this is a metal, that is a metal. And for whatever reason, I don't understand why. So I ran and I picked up the Mercury Shivlings. I put a red cloth and I put the Mercury Shivlings on the red. And the other Shivlings, I put them back and then it stopped moving. I mean, I felt blessed to see the Shivling moving because all my life I've said, Baba, I hear of everybody getting vibhuti as they are looking at the picture. I never got vibhuti. I never got this. I was always saying, I've never seen a phenomena. And here, oh my God, 3 times in front of my eyes, Shivling moving and falling as if something is moving it and dropping. So this was a huge impact, huge impact of presence onto me, on my consciousness. So now time passes again. I'm busy with my yoga practice and I get a call from one of my friends. Her name is Swati. And she says, Anu, I want to share something with you. I went to this temple. It's a Shivji temple and it's Coimbatore. It's called Dhyanlingam temple. And something amazing happened there. I entered the temple, the main temple, and I thought of you. So I said, you entered the temple and you thought of me? She said, yes. I said, you're supposed to be thinking of Shivji, not me. So she just laughed and she said, no, you came to mind very strongly. And I know you're a Shiv Bhakt. So she said she's brought some things for me. So she dropped them off. She got a beautiful kurta and vibhuti. And she said, you must go there. So I said, where is it? She said, Coimbatore. I said, yeah, I will get to Coimbatore. No way am I going to get to Coimbatore in this life. So I said, yeah, okay. She said, you must. So she gave me all the information. Now, in 2011, I was still doing my yoga practice and I got into Ayurveda. So I started studying with Kerala Ayurveda Academy over here in the US, and traveled a little bit to Seattle, to California for my classes. And then there was a time when I had to go to India for internship. Okay. So in one such internship, we were supposed to go to Kerala also from Bangalore, Ayurveda Gram, which is in Whitefield. We are supposed to go to Kerala also. So I get a call from a girl who is in my group, which I don't know her at all. We are six of us. She calls me from California and she says, Anu, this is Angela. I'm going to be there in Kerala and Bangalore with you. I just wanted to check with you. After Kerala, the workshop, after it ends, we are all planning to go. 3 of us are going to this temple, which is called Dhyanlingam temple. Would you be interested? So my antenna went up and I said, which temple? You're going to Coimbatore? She said, yeah, would you like to come? I said, I'll call you right back. So I called my friend Swati and I said, you had mentioned a temple, which one? So she gave the same name. And I quickly called Angela and said, Angela, I'm fully booked. How do I come with you? She said, change your booking. What's the big deal? Extend it by a day and then go to Mumbai. I said, fine. I'm overexcited now. So I changed all my booking, everything. And I'm very happy. So I reach Bangalore and then we stay in Bangalore for some time, Ayurveda Gram, and then we go to Kerala, Ayurveda Academy in Kerala, in Aluva, Kerala. So we are going to be there for, I think, a week. And after 3 or 4 days, I get a call. At the end of the Kerala trip, we were supposed to go to Coimbatore, the Dhyanlingam temple. So I get a call from home. And the call is, my husband calls me and says that, come back. I said, what happened? So he says, well, your mom's not well and my son is not well. So I said, just have maybe another 8 days here and then I'll come. She said, no, just come back. They need you. So my heart sank. It really sank. And I said, that is my duty. My first duty is my family. I have to go back. So I said, okay, book my flight. Just give me 3 days. I come back to Mumbai and then that night I'll fly back. He said, no problem. So that night, I cried and cried and cried so much in my room. I said, Jai Ho Shivji, Jai Ho. Itni dur leke aaye ho. You brought me so close to the temple that I wanted to go to. And now you're rejecting me. You're pushing me back. You're throwing me. You're saying, go back. I love it. I don't want you anymore in my life. I was angry. I was so upset. I didn't sleep a wink that night, how much I cried. I said, I am done with everything, because this was something that is so close to my heart. And I'm so close to getting there. That was it. In the morning, my eyes are swollen, my face is down, my heart is down, my energy is down. And I go for the class because I have 2 more days there. And everybody looks at me and they said, you're going back. I said, yeah, I have to go back. And in the break time, we go around the corner, just on the street, there is a big cafe, a local cafe, public cafe. So I go there. I'm still very down because of all this. I go there and it's packed. There's no place to sit. So I order coffee, Madras coffee, and I'm standing and drinking my coffee. There are 2 ladies sitting. I don't even notice them. So one of them comes and kind of pulls my shirt and says, come, we have a chair, sit with us. I said, no, I'm okay. Thank you. I'll just drink my coffee and go back. He says, no, come. They call me. So reluctantly I go. They're very sweet local ladies. And we get started talking. They said, where have you come from? What's going on? What are you doing? And they tell me about themselves. So I tell them and I pour my heart out to them, because who do I speak to? I didn't know, I didn't have anybody to. I said, I'm supposed to go to the Dhyanlingam temple. I'm not going. And I am going back to day after tomorrow, and then I'm flying back. So they're chatting with me and they said, um, come with us. We'll take you to the temple here, Shiva temple here. It's in Aluva and it's something to see. So I'm very disheartened. I said, no, 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 I'm okay. I'm fine, really. So they said, now in my heart, I'm also fearful, honestly, because I don't know who they are. Suddenly, two ladies come and they sit and they call me and they say, come with us. We'll take you to the temple. I said, where? I don't know. So I said, no, no, I'm fine. So after 2 minutes, they said, come, we'll take you. I said, Baba, what are you doing now? You want me to go? You better take care of me. I just put it on Baba. I said, now you take care of. So I said, okay, let's go. I said, I surrender. We sit in a three-wheeler and we go maybe 2 miles away. And this is the most beautiful Shiva temple. It's, some of you may be familiar with it. When the tide comes in, it is just completely covered with water. There's a middle, in the center is a Shivling, and it doesn't have doors, no doors. All four sides are open. So beautiful. So we went there and I spoke to him and I said, fine, you don't want me to come to the Dhyanlingam temple. I'm going back. And so be it. So my heart was heavy. So they have long chats. So I took the email of one of the ladies and I took her telephone number. I said, I've never seen such lovely people. I have seen lovely people actually, but they were beautiful. They were lovely. How they took me and then dropped me back to the Kerala Ayurveda Academy, and they didn't take the money from me for the scooter. So I said, I'll definitely be in touch with you. Please stay in touch with me. They said, yes, yes, of course. I come back and Anjala meets me and she says, Anu, you're looking so down. I said, no, no, I'll be fine. It's just a matter of one day, it'll pass. She said, why don't you go alone to Dhyanlingam? You have tomorrow, just go. I said, no, no, no. I don't know the language. I don't know where I am. It's south of India. I'm from the north. I'll get completely lost. I can't go. So she said, why don't you ask Jayam? Maybe she'll go. There was another Indian lady there in our group. So ask Jayam. So I said, Jayam won't go. Why would she go? She said, ask her. So Jayam was there. She said, Jayam, will you go with Anu? She said, where? She said, to Dhyanlingam temple to Coimbatore. She said, yeah, I'll go. I said, what? You'll go? She said, yeah. Now, Jayam is a Muslim girl. She's not a Hindu. Yeah, exactly. So my heart sank. I said, what? She's agreed to come. So I said, Jayam, you're okay coming to a Hindu temple? She said, why? Why not? I'll go to any temple. So she said, I know the language. I'm going to rent a car. We'll get a driver and we'll drive first thing in the morning. So now my spirits are lifted suddenly. I'm saying, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I said so many things. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You were testing me. But don't let go of me. I just prayed. And that night, we planned everything in the morning. Jam and I, we went in the car. And the driver was a young guy who was also a Muslim. So I said, what are you doing? I don't know. But whatever it is, it's beautiful. So the two of them, throughout the journey, they chanted the verses from the Quran. And it was beautiful. It was truly beautiful, magnificent. How I listened, like we are chanting our shlokas from in Sanskrit, they were chanting in Urdu. So we reached there, and I am thinking that some of you must have visited that place. If you haven't, it's a place to go to. It is a divine abode of Shivji. It truly is. So we went there, and the driver said he'll just stay in the car. So we go there. The first stop is you change into a robe, a big, loose, very loose, orange colored robe. And then you have to go into, it's called a Tirath Kund, which is like a 50 steps down. It's water flowing. And from the right side, the water is coming, left side is going. It's like a huge kund, very big. And ladies go separately, men go separately. And we enter from the right side. Now, we were told, Anjula told me, touch the Shivling. Now, there's a Mercury Shivling, big one, right in the middle of the water. So we enter from the right and we start going towards the Shivling. Jayam is on her own somewhere. She's in the water also. She's not with me. So I go underwater and then I come out and I go towards the Shivling. And as I touch the Shivling, I've never experienced anything like this in my life. I get a current down my spine and I just let go of it, as if I got like a shooting current, not down my spine. It went up my spine. So I just let go of it and I get scared and I just go out from the other side. And we come out, we change into our normal regular clothes, and then we make a line and then we have to go. It's complete silence there. You're not allowed to utter a word. Complete, like Puttaparthi and like Baba's place, everywhere there's silence. So, and there are volunteers, they just tell you like this, they just do this, that's all. So we go and sit and wait to enter the main temple. And every 15 minutes, the bell goes. The people from inside come out from the left. People waiting here go in. And they take a small group. It is mind-blowing. I walked in and I saw a 13 feet, 9 inches high Shivling, which is mercury-based. And it is alive. So we went around once, and then we are told to sit anywhere. And it's a huge dome. There is trickling water that's coming down on the Shivling from above the dome. And that's the only sound you can hear. You can hear your breath. There is such silence there. So you are supposed to sit with your palms facing up on your lap and you look up at the Shivling. You just keep looking. So you get such a transmission just looking at the Shivling. And then automatically your eyes will close. So we stayed there for 15 minutes. And I had gone there with, I'll say this, I'll say that, I'll say this, I'll say that, or I'll pray, I'll do this prayer or that prayer, or I'll apologize or whatever. Nothing came to my mind. Nothing. It was blank. And after we got up, I wanted to sit longer, but then the next group we could stay longer also. But so then we come out. Jayam was with me throughout. And we come out from the other side, very excited, very elevated almost. And then we go to the canteen and we have the best khichdi in the world, the best, and coffee. So they have very clean, it's very, very nice. So we have khichdi and coffee and we give some to the driver and then we start heading back. So we come back and I'm flying. I'm just simply flying. I cannot believe that he just threw me in the fire first. He threw me in the fire. And then he didn't let me get burnt. He picked me up and he brought me out. I have no words. I am just, anytime I get stuck anywhere, I just remember Baba. I said, you take care of it. I can't. This is beyond me. And all day long, I get stuck. So all day long, I tell him, all day long. Anything I'm doing, I just tell him, you do it, please. If I'm eating, I'll say, please bless my food. This is for you. And when I'm serving food to my family, I'm sometimes nervous. I hope it's come out good. I just ask Baba to bless it. And in without fail, they all love the food, without fail. So every step of the way, I am asking him to remind me of him, because even the reminder comes from him, even the forgetfulness comes from him, everything comes from him, because he and I are not different. He knows it, I don't remember as yet. And even the fact that I forgot to look down at the Shivling came from him. The fact that he made me look down when the Shivling fell came from him. Everything is just. So I'm going to, there are many other small experiences, which I will leave for now. But I'm going to end this sharing with a quote, Baba's quote, which I repeat I used to repeat in all my yoga classes, in my Reiki classes, a lot of places I say. And Baba says, practice silence, for the voice of God can be heard in the region of the heart when the speech is silent. Sairam.